Hi, Tim Ria here, host of the Digital Health Live show that I've been working with Jill to help create, but you really lay the tracks down for everything here. You're the producer of the show. We're done.
We're done. It's so thrilled. It's been an unbelievable year. I don't know numbers yet, but at the last week prior to the show, we had registrations just off the chart, and they moved us to this gorgeous, beautiful ballroom, and we're really excited.
So it's been 6 years now, and you're telling me about the first year. It's like people are like digital what health, huh? And now there's global scale big players knocking at the door. Here, they're here.
Yeah, I mean, we always. I think the goal at the beginning was to make sure that we recognize all companies and that we invite them in. But it was a real struggle year one to say. I remember, calling a number of companies saying, I'd love you to participate, and they thought, why would we come to CES? That makes zero sense to us. It's Disneyland. It's of electronics, and now our floor sells out very early, so it's really exciting. And to be honest with you, the quality of the speakers that approach me now, it's unbelievable. I mean, we obviously had high quality speakers from the get go, but it's taking less prodding, and they're now actually contacting me.
No, like the all stars of the all stars are here, and then what I love is you're blending in and helping entrepreneurs with some of the awards programs like Everyday Health Awards meet the rock stars of venture.
Yep. Absolutely. So one of the things we have done this is our second year with Everyday Health, is create this Everyday Health Awards for Innovation, and I love it because what we're able to do on such a large scale show is to give credit and not just credit, but awards recognition to people that are innovating in different categories, everything from pet health to personal health management to chronic condition care, everything, and emerging tech. So it was a real success this year, a big success.
And their network's massive, so it's the media value alone is worth. You can't buy that, or you could, but it'd be very expensive.
Yeah, no, it's perfect, and to be honest with you, finding a company like Everyday Health that wants to support younger entrepreneurial. It's been 3 days of talking straight. You have to excuse me. Startups, not just startups though. I mean, we really had some big companies this year even apply. So I don't want to pretend that it's not that as well, but. Yeah.
How big was the show floor? Because this year I couldn't even see the end of it.
Gosh, I don't know exact square footage, but we had to be in the sort of 40 to 50,000 square foot range. I think potentially even more so. I'm not exactly sure, but it's incredible. I remember my first year. It was awesome. I remember my first year, and I invited a company that had a beautiful booth, right? It was just a 20 by 20 space. They had a beautiful booth, and I remember calling my partners saying, guess what? We're going to get a pretty booth that's going to class up the joint. And this year, I walked onto the floor, and I almost pinched myself. The booths they were gorgeous. They were immersive experiences. They were, it just was, it was so fun to see it develop like that and grow. So
it's like going into the future whenever I come in here, and it's like, wow, a year's gone by, but it feels like 10 years have advanced.
No question about it. And I mean, just the companies that have approached us today about coming next year, I was really excited. I mean, you were talking about the show floor, but we had Pharma here, and
that was one of the big stories.
yeah, it was a really big story because, listen, Pharma's been around for a long time, but the way that they're innovating using sensor technology is a really exciting play at our show because they wouldn't normally come to this show. They're going to go to other medical conferences. So for them to really join the conversation here, it makes us proud.
Yeah, and what was interesting is also it's like the consumerization piece is meeting the clinical side, and those two worlds are colliding together, and they have to.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, just this last session, one of the last sessions that we did was with Walgreens and Qualcomm Life, talking about how retail and medical are coming together. And ultimately, that's where it's going. I mean, you are talking about the consumerization of healthcare, but I do I do think there is a very separate area, and that is the physician side to this. And, our Summer Summit addresses that a lot, which is, how are physicians treating consumers better and using technologies that make it easier for them. So
I think what's really interesting is how do you actually have this massive Rolodex and then blend these themes together and then manage everything? I mean, you must have a staff of 200.
You say that in jest, I'm sure. Anyway, yeah, I wish. I don't want to use the word scrappy, but we're scrappy. We're in a good way. I don't know. I don't love giant teams. However, with that said, I always say every year, we could use more. We could use more. This year, I like to spend a lot of time on the phone with companies. I spent a lot of time with WebMD this year. WebMD came in saying, oh, I'm really interested in participating. How should we participate there? And it was a great collaboration because Digital Health Live, they're a media site, right? It's perfect. I mean, they're obviously a resource site as well, but they are. And so it really gave them the opportunity to kind of float their name up and support innovation and support using their name, help support other companies in healthcare, which is what they're doing. They're kind of like a central nerve center. So it was cool.
Yeah, it was a cool hub. So basically on the show floor, there's a massive video wall. There's a relaxation station. You could kick your feet up. And then we had all these innovative companies showing off and really using the WebMD studios as a launch platform. And I was just looking at the analytics. We'd push a tweet out with a pull quote, and WebMD would retweet it. It would hit 20,000 people within like an hour.
No. Oh my God! I can't wait to see all this stuff when the show's over. But that's amazing. And I always thought that the stage would be the best thing we can do, right? I mean, really have a central place. I remember a couple of years ago, I saw a CNET studio here at the studio, and I thought, that's what we need. I remember saying to you, I want that. And, to really have WebMD come in and support that was a big deal. So I hope we get to grow it next year.
Yeah. I had some people come by and they were like, I love WebMD. And the guys like showing me the stuff on the apps. Yeah, so I caught that on the cell phone. Well, I know things are tearing down. You hear things going out here. You have a new baby boy.
I have a new baby boy. Yeah, 4 months ago, I delivered a month early. Just this precious little love. Here. I never want to not show off this little guy. Can I do that?
All right, there he is.
There's little Brody. Such a rock star. Mwah. Anyway, he's here with me in Vegas. I couldn't leave him at home, but he's back at the Trump Hotel right now, hanging out. So,
okay. Well, we should probably go down a quick list of people to thank: the staff, the team.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, Tonica came to work with me this year, and boy, was that talk about being broken in very, very fast. She's been amazing. We have an unbelievable team. I have my team in New York: Joel Rubin, Linda Nessum, my partners, and Robin Raskin from Living in Digital Times. Shona, who does all of our website stuff. You and all of your team. We had amazing photographer Asa and Tim Etherton and. God, who I hope I'm not forgetting. Oh, Martha and Shana Duthie and
are you?
What am I missing?
We had UNLV interns helping out, producing. They're running on the show floor, so we're bringing in students and the future brain trust helping out.
Absolutely. I mean, this has become a very big operation, what we do here, and sometimes I tend to forget. I kept thinking, let's this will be a breeze, and then we walk in, and it's like, wow, this is big. So we're just really excited, and we're really excited to make it social. Because, we say social, but ultimately that's about reach, right? Having reach and connections. And so while we have this wonderful thing that's going on here in this room, the goal is to share with everyone outside of this room too. So there's a lot that comes out of CES every year. So
some of the hashtags to check out if you want to find the content, go to the digitalhealthsummit.com website. Photos, you can go right to the flickr.com/Digital Health Summit. You can download the photos, blog those, YouTube videos. Gorgeous photos this year. It's just incredible. I mean, we just had a great session with the White House, right? So that was really cool. Beautiful photos for that. So, yeah. Well, that's a wrap, I guess. Thank you again. Oh, and what are you wearing there on your...
Yeah, Misfit had a great announcement with Swarovski, and it's amazing, right? And, they allowed me to wear it for the last couple of days. I think there's only 2 prototypes, but I hear that they're sending security to get it from me tonight. So hopefully we'll get it when it launches. But how beautiful, yeah. I loved that we brought Swarovski in this year to talk about this. I mean, how cool is it that a jewelry company is partnering with a digital health company and tracking and.
Times are changing. Well, thank you. Our team had a great time. Thank Jacob Stone, Brian, and the guys. And my name is Tim Rhea here with Jill Gilbert, and rocked it out this year. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you too. Bye.